Finding the right person or company to do work in your home can be a challenge. Choose badly and you could be set for months of hassle, heartache and extra expense. We've all heard the horror stories. The sad fact is that sometimes the person who presents well at the beginning of a project is hopeless at delivering what was promised. So how do we ensure we get what we signed up for? We all know it needs to be on spec, on time and on budget. At Dovetail, we've been designing, building and installing high-end kitchens for over 30 years now. Every client wants to know the same things before they feel able to sign off a design. These are what I call the 3 E's. The expense. How much is it going to cost? Expertise. Do the guys you're looking at really know what they're doing? And the experience. What's it going to be like working with these people? Let's think about these for a bit, one by one. Expense. Well, we just ask for a quote, right? But what's actually included in the quote? How detailed is the specification? What about variations and extras? How will they be dealt with? What happens when something goes wrong? Or perhaps there's a delay? Are you feeling a sense of openness and transparency? Then there's expertise. How long have they been doing this? Have you seen their work? What about the team? How long have they been working together? Are they qualified for this work? Is your job the kind of work they normally take on? Do these people have a good track record? And lastly, what will you experience? This is the tough one. What's it going to be like having these people working in your home? Will you have to challenge their behaviour in any way? How will they react when something goes wrong? Will they treat you and your home with respect? Will you have a bunch of guys smoking, swearing, sharing unwholesome banter right outside your front door? These fundamental questions need honest answers, but how do we get to the truth? Well, it's actually quite simple, but very few people do it. You need to take up references. Even if your best friend employs these people, you need to ask for references. If they're cagey about giving you references, an alarm bell should be ringing. You need more than one reference, and they need to be from real clients. Okay, so you've got some references. What are you going to do now? Email and ask if it's okay to call and find out when it's most convenient. Don't email your questions. Please don't email your questions. That's asking the referee to spend a lot of time and thought on the answers. This sounds wrong, but you don't want carefully thought through answers. A quick comment is going to be way more useful. Please be aware that referees don't want to provide written records. You need a conversation. Believe me when I say you will find out a lot more through a telephone conversation than by email or anything in writing. It may be obvious here, but it's really important that you ask the right questions. Ask open questions. We want more than yes/no answers. Ask them in your own words. Write them down before you call and make a note of the answers. So here are the 7 questions that I ask. Question 1. What work did they do for you? You need to know that the job is similar to what you have in mind. Question 2. How did what you ended up with compare with what you thought you were getting? You're trying to find out here how good the designer is at showing you what you're getting before you get it. A good designer will give you the right information so you can make informed decisions. Question 3. What was their timing like? You're asking this to see how organised they are. If they ran late, why? Jobs often run late because of unforeseen issues. If that happened, you need to know how they dealt with it. Question 4. What surprises did you get on the price? Were there extras? Were they justified? Should they have seen them coming? Question 5. In what way did they show respect for you, your family, and your home? You're trying to find out here how the people working in your home will behave. Question 6. How did they react to issues, concerns, or requests raised by you? This is a big one. Are these the kind of people you can talk to about issues? Are they eager to please, or do they get defensive when you ask questions? And lastly, were issues dealt with respectfully, quickly, and to your satisfaction? There are often problems, but you need to know that they jump on them quickly and sort them out. If you get a negative answer, dig a bit deeper. Find out what happened and, really importantly, how it was dealt with. We all make mistakes, and all reasonably large projects encounter issues. You need to find out how issues are dealt with. If someone tells you that there was not a single issue, ask the question a different way, explaining you want to find out how the person tackles problems. Does this sound daunting to you? Don't worry. Most people are delighted to talk about themselves and the work they've had done. Making 2 or 3 phone calls is an investment that could save you from a world of pain. So let me summarise. To employ someone to work on or in our homes, we need to know in advance what the expense will be. We need to know the expertise of the people who will be doing the work. And lastly, we need to know in advance what the experience of working them will be like. To find the answers, get a detailed quotation with an accurate specification. Take up references and ask the right questions. And lastly, do you have a project in mind that may be right for Dovetail? Please get in touch. We would be delighted to provide references. Thanks for watching.